I'm going to show you guys how you can live stream IRL with just a Sony camera and a Sony phone, Sony Xperia to be exact. I know a lot of people stream with Android phones, whether it be a Galaxy or whatever. Very good quality in my opinion, but this is for a simple option, live stream IRL with a Sony camera, any type of mirrorless. This one right here is actually the EV10. I know there is a Mark II version of this camera, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how to do this with an EV10. So you're going to need your Sony camera, and you're also going to need a Sony phone. They are very pricey. Brand new, they're probably a $900, $1,000, but you can get this. I got this off eBay for about $500 refurbished. Works perfectly fine, and the quality is very amazing. Has cinematic cameras, 4K. But Sony made it very easy to make your Sony camera very compatible with your Sony phone. These two work together great. Okay, so you have your Sony camera and you actually have your Sony phone. So to connect these two, you're gonna need a USB-C to USB-C cord. I recommend getting this phone mount so you can mount your Sony phone on top of your Sony camera. But let's set this up. This is actually a very simple process. I wanted to make this tutorial very easy because prior to finding out this information, I actually was struggling to find where I can make this happen, where I can IRL with a Sony camera. There's tons of rigs out there. There's a lot of setups that could be a little pricey. There's, you connect different modems. There's a lot of backpack IRL setups out there, but this is for quick run and gun. If you really just want to get out there, make it very simple, very cheap. How to make this happen? I know a lot of people may be a little bit worried about getting a Sony phone, but I promise you, if you just do this is actually very stress-free. So you have your Sony Xperia, Sony camera, you have this to put it on, and the USB-C to USB-C. Very simple. Let me show you how to do this. You're gonna plug up the USB-C where it needs to go. You're going to turn on your Sony phone and you're going to set it up. So you're going to need this app right here. It's called the External Monitor app. Press this bad. Oh, my bad. And you're actually going to unplug for a sec. I almost forgot one step. You're going to go to your settings and press USB streaming. Okay. Then you're going to plug it back in. And you're ready to rock. So here we are, boom. So now it works as an external monitor, right? So right now you're gonna go to mode. You're gonna stay in the streaming. You're gonna go to mode, stay in streaming mode, and then you're gonna make sure your settings are straight. Connect to YouTube, or I know a lot of you guys may stream on Kick or Twitch or whatever. You enter, if you're into streaming, I don't need to explain this anymore. The RTMP stream, you put your URL in your stream key, you can stream anywhere. For YouTube, we're gonna set up. So now we do have the YouTube set up, and now you guys are ready to rock. It's good to schedule a YouTube live stream through the mobile app, or you can actually do it right here. So we do have a test stream right here. I want to go public with it. Boom. We're doing that, you're ready. So all I gotta do is just press this live button. Okay. And you are now streaming live on YouTube. The quality is with the Sony EV10. And you are now streaming live on YouTube. The quality is with the Sony EV10. Simple as that. Simple as that. So that's basically how the setup does work. Usually you do have a shorter cord for this to make it happen. I know this is kind of long. Generally, you do want a shorter cord for this. I do have a shorter one, but it's used for something else right now. But this is how it looks. Very easy to use, very simple setup. Put this on a monopod or something like that. You can carry it handheld, even though it will be a little shaky. Put it on a gimbal. But yeah, this is very simple. The number one thing that you want to make sure this goes very smooth is you want a reliable internet connection. Hotspot may work, but what I found, I actually tried this setup at TwitchCon and I did IRL a few times. I did found out during long periods of time, the camera does overheat. Sometimes this overheats like around an hour and a half into my IRL stream. And prior to that, after long periods of time, right before I hit that 1 hour and a half mark, it did start to lag just a little bit. So in my opinion, maybe you'll have a better internet connection. Maybe you actually use a better mirrorless camera, but I know for me using the EV10, it did start to lag after a long period of time. That's something that you should be aware of. It's not perfect. I think it's a perfect situation for maybe a short IRL stream. Maybe you do cool stuff. Depends on what you're doing as well. This is very run and gun and it got the job done. You know, I've always wanted to IRL stream with the Sony camera. A lot of the big streamers, they have very excellent quality. You'll notice that a lot of them do use Galaxy because the Galaxy phones really do have good quality. But if you want to upgrade and up your game, any Sony mirrorless, a Sony phone, I highly recommend it. The Xperia is actually very cool just in general. Like, I personally recommend it. Like I said, it is kind of pricey for a phone. That's why I say it's better to just I recommend, just get a refurbished one on Amazon or eBay. It came in like brand new, no scratches or anything, and it works perfectly. And the main functionality that I wanted to use it for was as an external monitor to help me stream. So it worked really great, quality's really great, and I streamed with no problems. Very simple. All you need is the Sony phone, the Sony camera, a mount, which you should already have, and now get yourself a shorter USB-C to USB-C cord. That is all you need. You don't need some crazy heavy rig. You don't need an IRL backpack with some modems in there. And this is very simple. Just have a good, stable internet connection, Wi-Fi. That should do just fine. So I highly recommend this. I've never been a big Sony phone guy. I tried so hard to search all over YouTube and I wasn't getting a direct answer on how to do this, so that's why I'm making this video in the first place. Nobody wants to share the sauce or anything like that. Nobody wants to drop game. Nobody wants to give the sauce on how to do this. It's my first explainer video. Hopefully I did make sense of this. If you do have questions, I promise you I'll answer it in the comments if you do. It's very simple. So the quality of your Sony camera goes into your live stream, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, Kick, or something like that. I did stream on Rumble. I did test it out on Rumble, on the Rumble stream, putting the RMTP in there, worked perfectly fine. Same thing for Kick. You can just stream directly with Streamlabs on this phone, just like a Galaxy. And the quality, in my opinion, it is slightly better because it's Sony phone, Sony glass, same glass as the actual Sony lenses. So excellent quality. I was able to IRL stream very good. I like it. It works perfectly fine. I have no complaints about it. Lots of fun. So yeah, that's my take on that. Hopefully that helps. Sony phone, Sony camera, easy. Nothing crazy, run and gun. If you're like me, who works solo, who's solo in the field, maybe have a buddy, you know, just carry this. Very easy. It's not distracting like a lot of these big streamers, you know. So yeah, let me know what you think. So let me know what you think about this setup. Very simple. So yeah, thank you for watching.